Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about the agent mode of the Databricks AI Assistant, which is the latest mode. It is released in the September 2025 only. Currently it is in the beta phase. Soon it will be in GA. So this is very powerful. Let's see what are all its features and how exactly we can use it. So in terms of features, what it can do is it can do task planning and decomposition. We can give it more complex problem. It can break it into multiple steps and then uh, do like one step at a time. That's how it can plan and execute any complex task. We can use it for notebook generation, like it can write an entire notebook from scratch based on our requirement. It can write multiple cells at a time. That's how easy it makes to write new code. And it can also execute the code but with a approval, which is a good thing. Whatever code it is writing, so wherever possible it will try to execute that as well for us, so that we can just sit and watch it happen. But it will ask for our approval as well before executing anything, or we can give it default approval, which we will see. It has like more improved functionality about error handling and debugging, although this is already there in the edit and chat mode, but it takes it to the next level. Let's say if it tries to fix something, it will run automatically. It will see if it is fixed. If it is not fixed, it will uh, automatically like make some more changes and then try to fix it. So in general, it can do something in multiple steps. It can decide anything dynamically on the fly, what it shall do next. So now let's see what are the use cases of this mode, in which all scenarios we can use it. We can use it for any new code generation or any code modification as well. And we can use it for data discovery if we want to find out any relevant data sets in our Unity catalog. And we can use it for exploratory data analysis as well. We can create data visualizations from this, and we can also do any error detection and debugging as well. There can be uh, a lot of other use cases also depending on our requirement, but in general, we can do anything we want with this, whatever can be done using a Databricks notebook. So let's see it in action. Let me create a new notebook first. And let's start by data discovery first. Let me ask it to find some table related to franchisee. So now it will find the tables in our Unity catalog which are related to franchise. It is saying like this is the most relevant table, although it has found other tables as well. So let's try to explore this table. So let's say I want to explore the sales franchise table. And we can embed the objects as well. So let's say if there is any table or notebook, we can type at the rate and then we can select it, so that that is embedded in a better way. And it knows with a reference that this is the table we are talking about. So now it is trying to read the table structure, and as we can see, surprisingly it has failed, although it is suggested that this is the table. So this mode, it is currently in the beta phase. It has some issues which will be fixed when it comes generally available. So until then, we can live with this kind of errors. So let me provide the table exactly to this so that it can use that table in another way. So I will tell it like here is the table, read it in a data frame, so that it will create a data frame out of it, and then it will know what is the table structure for this one. So now as we can see, it is editing the notebook. It has created the data frame here, and it is explaining what it has done. And as we can see here, we can accept it and we can run the code as well. So it will run the code automatically. So let me accept it. And now it will run the code also on our behalf. It is asking us like whether we allow it or not. I'm going ahead. I will allow it. Now let's see. So as we can see, like we don't even need to run any code. We can just see it happening. It will just run the code for us. Once the code is completed, it will be able to understand what all columns are there, how the data looks into this table. Then it will be able to provide more details or more analysis into the table. So now it has completed the execution and now it understands what are the key columns there. And now it is asking like what we want to analyze there. So before trying the next thing, let me enable this additional feature, which is a planner. So this makes this agent mode more powerful. It add lot of extra things. So now whatever next thing I will ask it to do, first it will break down that problem into multiple steps and then it will confirm those steps with me, ask any follow-up questions, and then if we give it a go ahead, then only it will do whatever it want to do. So let's say if I ask it like I want to explore the data and summarize the view and visualize the results. I'm giving it something generic. Let's see what it comes up with. So first it is preparing a plan. It is deciding like what all steps it is going to do. And it is saying like first it will preview the data, it will analyze and visualize the data, then it will wrap it up. And now it will ask any further questions before giving a go ahead. Right, so that it can decide like what more things it can do or what specific thing it can analyze. So let's see what it is asking. So it is saying like if is there any specific column it want to itself focus on. So uh, let's focus on country column. It is asking like what visualization it want. So let's say I want bar chart, and it is also asking like whether we shall filter the data based on something. So let's see, let's tell it like there will be no filter. It will take those response, it has understood what we are asking. Now it will again prepare the plan depending on the input we have given, and it is asking us like whether this new plan it looks good. And now I will continue so that it is now ready to execute that plan what it has prepared. Based on that plan, automatically it will make some changes to the notebook. So as we can see, first it is summarizing the data based on the country, and now it is asking whether it can run that code. So instead of allowing it every time, here we get a option like we can do always allow or allow in this thread. This thread means like every time we start a new chat, so that is stored. So now whatever we will be asking it to do, automatically it will be able to run the code. So now it has summarized the data and it is asking like whether it can go ahead and visualize this. So yes, we can give it a go ahead. And it is again like editing the notebook. It will add some more data with the visualization. So as we can see, it is trying to use the matplotlib library to visualize the results. And as we can see, this time it has run the code automatically because we had given it permission by default, and it has visualized the results. Now it is asking like shall it share some summary of its findings? So let's see what summary it can prepare. So it has read all the cells now, and Now it is preparing some summary based on whatever findings it has done. And automatically it has decided to rename the title as well, like what is this notebook about. And these are the summary of the results it is providing, like what it is able to understand from the data. So now it understand like the franchises data set, it is for across like 9 countries, and Japan it has highest, and some other points. So that's how like it is able to provide those results. So this is the power of the agent mode. As you can see, we started from a blank notebook. We are able to read the data, transform the data, visualize the data just by interacting with it in the natural language. So that makes it very powerful. And this is, I would say, just the tip of the iceberg we tried here. The more complex code we have, and more things we have to do, so we can always use this mode to do any kind of complex work that we have. So automatically it can uh, create the notebook, create the cells, run the code, and provide us results. We can just see it happening and asking it to do any changes wherever we want to do. So I hope you like this mode, and we are expecting some more features in this mode in the upcoming days or months from Databricks side. Like they have already announced that they are going to integrate more tools into this, like MCP server and lot more things. So it will be coming more powerful in upcoming days. So let's see what it has to offer. So let's start using this immediately, and let's be in a habit of using AI assistants. So that's all for now. Thanks everyone. Happy coding.